When we talk about essential albums of the 1970s, the ones that truly left a mark on a musical landscape was Layla and the Other Assorted Love Songs by Derek and the Dominos stands tall among them. Released in 1970, this double album was not just a passionate, bluesy explosion of sound, it was also an emotional outpouring from Eric Clapton, a man at the crossroads of his life and career. At its heart, Layla is a love letter, painful, raw, and brilliant. Clapton, consumed by his unrequited love for Pattie Boyd, who was then married to his best friend, George Harrison, poured every ounce of longing into these songs. The title track, Layla, with its unforgettable riff and heart-wrenching, piano coda, remains one of the most iconic tracks in rock history. But the album is more than just one song. It's a tapestry of blues, rock, and soul that speaks to heartbreak, obsession, and hope. What makes this album a true staple of the 70s is how it blends classic blues roots with modern rock energy. You got musicianship is staggering. Clapton's guitar work is both technically dazzling and emotionally devastating. And you got Duane Allman of the Allman Brothers Band joined the session and brought a sliding guitar sound that, elevated the entire project. Together, their guitar interplay created textures that were unheard of at that time. Dueling leads, harmonizing riffs, and moments of total improvisational brilliance. And yet, this album wasn't a hit when it first dropped. It was overlooked, almost buried due to the poor promotion and the fact that Derek and the Dominos was a relatively anonymous name. But like, many great works, it gained traction over time. As the decades progressed, Layla became a cult favorite, then a classic, and now a definitive work of the era. Its slow burn success mirrored the emotional journey within the music, pain turning into beauty, sorrow turning into art. The 1970s was a decade of transformation in rock music. It was a time when artists were breaking free of clean-cut sounds of the 60s and diving headfirst into deeper emotions, heavier sounds, and more personal storytelling. Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs embodies all of that. It's not just a rock blues album. It's confessional, vulnerable, and ahead of its time in both sound and spirit. Whether it's the haunting bell-bottom blues, the burning Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad, or the soul-tinged cover of Have You Ever Loved a Woman, every track bleeds authenticity. There's a sense that Clapton and the band weren't just playing, they were, exorcising demons, and that level of honesty in music never goes out of style. So in the end, Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs endures because it's real, it's messy, it's brilliant, and like the decade that helped define it, it's a statement of the power of vulnerability and art. So when we look back at the 70s and the albums that shaped the era, the one is more just a collection of songs. It's a landmark of emotional expression through rock. So if you haven't checked this album out, check it out. Let me know what you think.